Okay, this is attempt number 3. So let's see if we can actually get this recorded this time. You are getting some extra stuff in this recording because for right now, I'm going to have to share my whole screen with you and not just part of the screen. That's okay. So this is lesson 2.1, which is functions. This whole unit is about functions. So we are going to start. There we go. It's a little delayed. We're going to start by talking about what a function is. It's a relationship where each input, and an input is usually an x, has only one matching output. So we're going to look at this compared to the coordinates that we have over here on the other side. So we're going to start with our question. Is a value of x repeated? Well, we have 1, 3, 1, and 4. So 1 is repeated. So then we go, so yes, 1 is repeated. So the next question says, are the y values the same each time? So let's look. That's a 2. That's a 4. No, the y values are not repeated. So this is not a function. So we say not a function. And sometimes it asks for y. So if it asks for y, you would say it's not a function because the input 1 does not have the same output every time. Okay, so I'm going to erase this so we can start our next process. Okay, so let's look at the next one. First question is the value of x repeated? So we have 0, 1, 5, and 0. So 0 is repeated. So then we want to say, so yes, are the y values the same? I have a 2 and a 2. Yes, the y values are repeated, so this is a function. So that's how you check with coordinates. You can also check with a table. So you have your x values and your y values. So are any of the values of x repeated? So you have -1, 4, 4, and 7. So now let's look. Are the y's the same? You have a -1 and a 3. They are not the same, so this is not a function. Okay, these are function maps. They work just like a table works. You have an x and a y. So the left side is just your x, and then the other side with the arrow pointing is the y that you would have in a table. So 2 has one answer, 4 has one answer, 6 has one output, and 1 has one output. So this is a function. Doesn't matter what the y is unless it's repeated on the x, and then we have to check. So the same thing here. -3 has one output, -8 has one output, 2 has an output, and 7 has an output. So this is a function. Okay, so sometimes we also talk about functions as a graph. So how do you tell if a graph is a function? Well, we have this thing called the vertical line test. So you can draw a vertical line through your graph, and if it ever touches in more than one place, it's not a function. But if it always touches in only one place, then it is a function. So let's check our graphs over here. Draw your vertical line. Now remember, this goes on to infinity. So even if you graphed clear out here to the side, they would eventually intersect. But we want to go ahead and graph it so that we can see that they intersect right now. So if we draw a vertical line, it intersects in one place. this is a function. And over here, we draw a vertical line. It intersects in two places. This is not a function. Let's look at this example here. We draw the line. It intersects at one place. This is a function. But if we draw it here, still only intersects in one place. So this is a function. And remember, it's if you can draw it anywhere and it can intersect in more than one place, then it is not a function. So if I draw this right here, it actually intersects in 1, 2, 3 places. This is not a function. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at evaluating functions. So f of x means the function of x equals 2x plus 1. This machine actually represents that function. So inside of the machine, it's going to take 2 times the number and subtract 1. We'll give it a minute to catch up. There we go. So in this machine, we're going to drop the number 5. So 2 times 5 minus 1 is 10 minus 1, and it would spit out 9. Well, so in our function, we put 5, which means we took 2 times 5 minus 1, which was 10 minus 1, which was 9. So to write the answer, we have to say the function, when you put in 5, equals 9. That's how you write the final response. So let's look at a practice problem. So this time we're going to put the function when you drop in a negative 1. Now I'm going to put that in parentheses because it's squared and we want to actually square the negative with it. Minus 5. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Minus 5, that is negative 4. So the function, when we drop in negative 1, is 4. Okay, let's try this one down here. This time we're going to drop in a 10. The function is negative 3 times the number, which we put in a 10, plus 2. So that's negative 30 plus 2, which is negative 28. So the function, when we dropped in 10, equals 28. Evaluating a function. Okay, so let's take a look at the homework assignment. Once again, you're going to do the odds on the practice problems. And it's lagging again. There we go. I want you to come down here, though, and look where it says review problems. It says complete all. I do want you to complete all of the review problems because remember, when we take our next assessment, it will be over Unit 2 and it will be over Unit 1 again. So you want to continue to practice those to make sure that you remember how to do them, or if you didn't know how to do them the first time, you can learn how to do them. In Google Classroom, you'll find the answers to Unit 2, so you can check and make sure you're doing this right. Remember, as you check, if you're getting the wrong answers, you need to ask me so I can help you, so we can fix the issue so that you do know how to do it.